Hello there. So this is going to be another segment where I'm going to talk about my thoughts of what happened in the murder of Turnabout Big Top. And in comparison to last time when I did this sort of stuff in a more structured way with sprites and script and all that, this is going to be my raw thoughts. I'm gonna do this way so that I can edit this fast, because I do need to make some fast progress this time around. So I won't have time to make this to write my script with my thoughts and all that. So I'm gonna do it this way this time, and who knows? Maybe some new thoughts, maybe some new ideas will come after I do this. So the first thing I'm gonna have to say about this particular case is that it feels quite similar to the last case that we had before this with Turnabout Sister. Oh no, well, not Turnabout Sisters. I forgot what it was called. Either way, the case before this one and some of the other cases from the past of Ace Attorney, it feels similar to those ones in the sense that I know I feel like I know how it all happened in the current murder. It's just that the things that have happened before, like 6 months ago or 1 year ago or years ago, it's gonna be a little bit of a mystery for me at first, which is something that we're gonna solve in the trial. But yeah, I kind of feel like I know how it happened in this case. Sort of. It kind of depends. Some people have told me in the past that this case has quite the plot holes, and from now on, it's starting to become really, really apparent that there are some plot holes. So it kind of makes me wonder how much is going to be true, or I don't know. I guess we shall see. So the first thing I would have to say about this is that I do believe that what Ben and Mo said were true. They did say that they saw Max. They thought that they saw Max, and yeah, I guess so. I guess that's how it all happened. Russell came in with Max's cloak and silk hat to the plaza to meet that mysterious person that wrote that note. Russell came there, and then, well, they died. It makes me think that it was Acro that did it. I mean, it feels kind of obvious, but yeah, it makes me think that Acro is the one that did it. They were on the third floor, and they were able to throw something at Russell. They threw the murder weapon at Russell from all the way from third floor and killed Russell. Now, the reason why the murder weapon was still not there, and there were no traces of the killer, was because Acro managed to get the murder weapon from the murder scene without even being there. So it makes me think that Acro used a rope in order to retrieve the murder weapon so that it wouldn't be there. Instead, retrieve it, and, well, then the rest is history. Now, what would be the murder weapon, though? It makes me think that it is the bust that Maximilian had. As you can remember, the bust was gone. It disappeared like 5 days ago, from what I remember. That's what the Mo said, I think. Or it was somebody else that said that. I don't remember. But somebody did say that the bust disappeared like a couple of days ago. And it makes me think that that is what Acro used to kill Russell. I mean, not only was it huge, and it totally would have snapped Russell's spine because of the bust. But it is also similar to Max's face, because remember that that Mo also recognized the shape of his face and all that, the cloak and the silk hat. So maybe they used the bust with a rope and then threw it at Russell and then retrieve it that way. That's how I think it happened. But the thing is, though, he feels kind of stretchy, because Mo also said that they saw they saw Max with the silk hat and the cloak flying away. So if I were to go with the theory that I explained before with the acro using the bust, would that actually mean that the cape just got attached to the statue at that point somehow? Because obviously the silk hat was still at the murder scene. It's just that the cloak was attached to the stone, I guess, if we are to go by that. Because if it wasn't attached to the stone, then the cloak definitely would have been there as well. It kind of makes me feel that. It kind of makes me wonder about that. I don't think that Acro had any intention of retrieving the cloak in the first place. It just, but I guess it helped them in the sense that it truly made Mo believe that that they flew away. Because if the cloak didn't attach to the bust, then it would have been just a bust, and Mo would definitely would have seen that. In which case, if it kind of makes me wonder if Acro actually had in plan to have Mo as the witness to that. Cause, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel like that would be the case. Yeah, I don't know, but that's how I think it happened. I really cannot see anything else towards it that would have made it possible. Now, in regards to the motive behind the murder, yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I mean, there is this mystery to the bottle of pepper that was found in a chest. Acro definitely put that bottle of pepper inside that chest, and I was thinking at some points that it was just a random item that they put, but nah, it makes me feel like there has to be some significance towards the bottle of pepper, because from what we have found in the investigation thus far, is just a random bottle of pepper that was from the cantina. At first, it doesn't really tell you anything about what happened like months ago or anything that would be current. So there definitely has to be some meaning behind it. So I thought about it a little bit more, and it is also Maya's sneeze that helped me in thinking about this crazy idea. So thank you, Maya. But remember when Mo and Acro told us about the lion smiling when he had Bat's head inside their mouth, that they were smiling and all that? It kind of makes me think that somebody used the bottle of pepper on Leon, and it wasn't a smile. Leon was actually about to sneeze at that point, and that is how Bat got that injury. Somehow, I mean, that would be the only idea that I have in mind when it comes to the bottle of pepper having some significance in this entire murder, because otherwise, this is just some random bottle of pepper that is just put inside the chest for Russell to see. It wouldn't make sense. If it had no significance to the murder, then they could have just left the chest empty and all that. Because I do believe that Acro put that chest there so that Russell would have his head look down, so that it would be an easier target for him to just drop the bus on him. So I guess that would be a reason. I mean, it feels kind of stretchy, but that's the idea that I'm gonna go with. Now, of course, there are gonna be some stuff that maybe I miss that I can already think of, but that's my idea. That's the idea that I'm gonna go with in this. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna be wrong. Maybe once again I'm gonna be like mostly 99% right about how the murder happened. It's just that the motivation I'm not really sure of. Maybe I'm gonna be wrong, because I was definitely wrong with the motivation for both Inimani and what was her name? Morgan Fay. And I was wrong about both of their motivations. I was thinking it was some sort of revenge and all that, but it was a little bit more complicated than that. So, nah, I guess so. Yep, it really makes me think that if I were to do this in a script format, I would have already been done with this. So I'm really repeating myself over here. So yeah, that's the idea that I'm gonna go with. So I wonder how much of what I said is gonna be true and how much is gonna be false once again. So it makes me wonder. But yep, I'm gonna continue ahead in time and Virtue's Last Reward a little bit more, and maybe I can also start the trial. I don't know if I'm actually gonna. Nah, just like before, I'm definitely gonna have to find a day when I'm gonna do the whole trial in like one sitting, or maybe I can do it like today. I don't know. I'm gonna think about this, but yep, that's about it. I'm basically repeating myself. Slash, I'm just rambling like nonstop. So I'm gonna end it here. So yep, see ya.